Nissan QASHQAI used to be one of the most popular small SUVs on sale in Australia, not that long ago either. It's just been an influx of new models from new brands coming in that has pushed this down and kind of obscured it a little bit. People may have forgotten about it. This is the 2025 model, facelifted design, a little bit different at the front end. Very similar sort of torso or body, and updated back as well. This variant here is also new for 2025. It's the N-Design. It's basically the flagship. Various sporty elements, including these 20-inch black, well, they used to be black. Sorry about the state of this car. It's been a lot of rain lately. This is the first day that it hasn't actually rained. But yeah, 20-inch wheels, black spokes there, machined face, 235/45 Michelin tires. This has also got the black roof as well. It actually looks really nice and refined when it's clean. It's yeah, it looks distinctive as well. Like, it doesn't look like anything else on the market, to some degree anyway. Good thing about the QASHQAI is the size, I reckon. Like, it's just that perfect medium where easy to park, easy to maneuver around the city, but also big enough to accommodate sort of 5 passengers or 4 adults quite easily. And it does have a nice big boot too, over 400 litres, which is very impressive for this class. You've also got a proper spare wheel. It's not exactly the same size as the wheels on the vehicle, but at least it's better than a space saver. And inside, the N-Design has got various sporty elements as well, such as the Alcantara or suede style trimmings for the seats, center console, and even the dashboard. These seats are actually pretty sporty for this style of vehicle anyway. Like, they've got a bit of side bolstering and whatever. It feels quite refined and acoustic in here, but probably partly because of that suede stuff on the dashboard. It just, yeah, it doesn't sound hollowy or tinny or anything like that. I've got a nice view out the front, although it'd be nice to lower the seat down just a little bit more to get a more sort of sporty stance. And out the back, the view is a little bit tighter because it's kind of got a sloped roof line a little bit. You've got thick D-pillars in the corners, but it's okay for this class and for a modern SUV anyway. This has also got the full panoramic sunroof as well that lets in a nice amount of light. Also new for the 2025 model is the updated touchscreen and instrument cluster graphics, basically. So this is pretty much borrowed from Mitsubishi models. I'm not a huge fan, like, for example, how do we get rid of that? Look at all the information there. There's a lot of just words like drive, computer, manual, reset, one. Like, does that really need to all be there? It's just a little bit overwhelming, at least at first. You can change the view around a little bit. You got tire pressure monitoring and all that sort of stuff. You can clear it up so it's, yeah, not as overwhelming, but I just think they probably could do a little bit better with that. It's a bit basic, but it is fully digital, so that's going to appeal to, you know, people that like technology and all that sort of thing. It is good to see all of your climate controls down below on a separated screen though. It's nicely integrated in. It's got this piano black trimming. I think it looks okay, but yeah, you've got all the controls there. You don't have to worry about diving into the screen. These buttons come in handy as well, and you've got a home button so you can just jump straight to whatever you need to do. And up at the back, you've got a decent amount of room for its class once you're inside, but getting in, like, my head actually gets really close to the pillar there, and I'm only 170 centimeters. So if you're a normal height person, you'd probably clip your head getting in. But once you're in, it's actually quite spacious for this class. If you look at some of the rivals, they're going to be even more sort of cramped. I've got a decent amount of leg room, like my knees are nowhere near the back of the front seats. You've also got climate control and charging options, a center flipping armrest with cup holders, and more of that suede style trim even for the rear doors and the rear seats actually. Decent view from the back as well. I can easily see over the sill panel. It doesn't rise up too much like a coupe, and I can see out the front. So the kids are not likely to be or get claustrophobic after a long drive. All right, we'll go for a drive and test out the performance. I've already done a 0 to 100 with the previous model, but we might as well test the updated version. Facelifted, might have different weights and so on. It might be a little bit different. But under the bonnet, you've got quite a unique package. It's a 1.5 litre turbo petrol 3-cylinder engine, 116 kilowatts alone, but that doesn't actually power the wheels. You've got an electric motor that powers the wheels. Now, you've got a combined output of 140 kilowatts, which is actually pretty good for this class. It's it's a hybrid, but it's not a plug-in hybrid. It just works a little bit different to other hybrids. So the petrol engine is basically just a generator, and it will feed energy through the electrical system to the electric motor. It doesn't directly, there's no mechanical link straight to the wheels. It does mean it features a kind of, well, one-speed transmission, I guess. So it doesn't have the engagement of a actual ratioed gearbox. But yeah, decent amount of power, as I said, and economy is okay. It's rated at 5.2 or 5.1 litres per 100 kilometres. That's not that impressive for a vehicle of this size. Like, you can get a Toyota Corolla Cross or something like that. You're in the 4s, so it's good, but it's just not near the best of the class, if that makes sense. With a 55 litre petrol tank, you've got a theoretical range of over 1,000 kilometres. That's pretty good for this class as well. Out on the road, this feels pretty much like an EV to drive, because as I said, that petrol engine doesn't provide direct power to the front wheels. Front wheel drive, it only supplies or it generates electricity to power the front electric motor. The petrol engine is quite an interesting one, actually. 1.5 turbo, 3-cylinder, 116 kilowatts, as I said. So that's actually pretty impressive for a little 3-cylinder turbo. It does mean you get all the benefits of an electric vehicle. So if you are looking to buy an electric vehicle, but you're a bit worried about range anxiety and all that, this provides pretty much the same driving feel. It just has a petrol engine that kicks in automatically. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to put it in some mode or anything like that. It'll automatically fire up when it needs to. You do have a battery gauge down here, or a battery meter. It's kind of pointless, I guess, but I get it. A lot of hybrids have that anyway. Not criticizing this and there, but yeah, you don't have to worry about it if it gets pretty low. It won't get pretty low anyway. It will automatically fire up the engine. There is an EV button down here, so you can force EV driving, but it's only for short distances. The battery is only 1.8 kilowatt hours in capacity, so yeah, it doesn't provide a long range. As I said though, you don't have to worry about charging it up or anything like that. It does it all itself. And it does mean you get these sort of benefits of an electric motor. So you've got instant throttle response. I'll just slow down and show you for a second. So 60 kilometers an hour, floor it. So you may have seen then that the speed will climb before the petrol engine starts revving. And that's because, yeah, the petrol engine doesn't actually feed power to the front wheels. It's only supplying energy to power the electric motor. I'm averaging 5.5 litres per 100 kilometres. That's over a distance of around 600 kilometres. That's a pretty good sort of real world scope there, a real world example. And that's me driving completely normally, mixed conditions, bit of overtaking, bit of thrashing it about. And yeah, real world 5.5. So it's definitely very good. It's just that there are more economical hybrids out there, even in this class, if you're after absolute low consumption. In terms of handling, it feels nice. The steering is kind of a little bit, I don't know how to describe it. It's a little bit too touchy, actually, if that makes sense, because you turn and it starts to move quicker than you think. I mean, that's just a case of getting used to it, I guess. But yeah, it does handle very neutral and flat. You've got a bit of weight down below, so it reduces or lowers the center of gravity. But you've still got decent suspension. It's on the kind of softer side, I would describe. But great for soaking up country roads like this. Even with the big 20-inch wheels, you're not getting any crashing and banging about. It's quite comfortable. Overall, I quite like it. If I was in the market for a small SUV, I would consider this. I think the main things I like are the refinements. So it's quiet, and because the petrol engine isn't always on, it just smoothly hums along. The suspension is nice and comfortable, and the interior is nicely designed. Like, I like the way that it's presented in here. The exterior also, you know, it looks pretty sporty. I mean, for a small SUV anyway. The front end has got a bit of sort of EV flavour to it, but with the black highlights of the N-Design, I think it stands out in this class. Alright, let's head over now and do the performance test and see what it goes like.